The longest barrier reef in the Western Hemisphere and the second largest in the world is here, off the coastline of a tiny nation in Central America, Belize. Over 500 species of fish are here, countless marine organisms, mangroves, lagoons, seagrass meadows, and forests of 35 different kinds of coral. Here, too, is a somewhat shy biologist, born here, and dedicated to finding a way to help her small nation protect one of the Earth's most diverse and spectacular ecosystems. She is Janet Patricia Gibson, Vice President of the Belize Audubon Society and Chair of its Reef Conservation Committee. Like many small nations, Belize faced a conflict between environmental protection and badly needed economic development. Although marine biologists call the reef one of the 7 underwater wonders of the world, commercial fishermen knew it better as the source of their livelihood. The tourist trade hoped for more business from its development, and other economic interests saw blasting and dredging it as the way to develop new ports, marinas, and hotels. Janet Gibson was understanding of all these interests. Belize was a country undergoing economic hardship, but she believed a balance could be planned to protect the life of the reef and help the life of the people of Belize. Introducing the concept of long-range strategic planning, she worked with the Audubon Society to shape a management plan for a marine reserve that would sustain her country's natural resources and at the same time help its economy. Traveling throughout the country, often with her 2 children in tow, she talked to the fishermen, talked to the commercial interests, talked to government officials. The fishermen learned that the reserve would be a place where fish could reproduce and repopulate the fishing areas. The tourist trade learned how setting aside areas of the reef for enjoyment and recreation would attract more visitors. The government learned how a country can balance the protection of natural resources and raise revenue as well. In 1986, Janet Gibson pioneered the establishment of the Hol Chan, Little Channel, Marine Reserve. Already, fishermen are benefiting from a new abundance of commercially important fish, and the tourist industry is thriving. Now Janet Gibson is working on a management plan for Glover's Reef Atoll, another jewel on the coastline, and she has organized a coastal zone workshop to provide a plan for the management of the entire Belize Barrier Reef ecosystem. The government's Minister of Agriculture, Forestry, and Fisheries says, Janet Gibson deserves the widest praise for her long and often arduous efforts. Without her, we would still be only halfway along the trail. A Caribbean marine biologist says, it is not inconsequential to persuade an entire country to preserve and protect a natural treasure. In recognition of what Janet Gibson has done, in recognition of the people of Belize and the pride they have taken in their environment, and for outstanding environmental achievement in Latin America, a 1990 Goldman Environmental Prize is awarded to Janet Patricia Gibson of Belize, Central America.